Hello and welcome to my first live streaming on Facebook. Never done this before on Facebook. Had a little venture of it over on Instagram a minute ago, well, half an hour ago. And thank you for joining me. Hopefully we'll get plenty of people watching over the next few weeks and days. I've decided to do these regular live feeds so that I can kind of keep in touch with people and keep my life as normal as possible. Today I should have been at the NEC at the Fashion and Embroidery show, and I would have been, hello Maggie, I would have been demoing free machine embroidery and running little workshops every day, as well as talking to people about what I do and showing them my sketchbooks and generally meeting lots of lovely people, having a nice time, catching up with folk. I can't do that face to face, but this is my next best thing. So over the coming weeks, I am going to talk you through and show you around my studio here in Yorkshire. This is quite a private space. People haven't been in this particular space very much at all. I think I opened it up once in an open studio trail, but yeah, didn't feel right. So very, very private studio. I've got all my sewing machines here. I've got some of my artwork here. I do my dressmaking here, do some quilt making, which is my guilty pleasure. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to talk you through all the threads that I've got stashed here, and I've had to order more because my favourite threads are in quarantine in Italy at the moment. So I'm going to talk you through everything, and I would quite like to know what you would be interested in hearing me talk about. It's difficult. I could ramble for hours easily, but you know, there might be specific questions that you have that you want to know about, textile questions hopefully only. But to start things off, I am going to show you this particular piece of work. It's on my lap at the moment. This is a piece of work that I had planned to be working on. Hello Sue, hello Barbara, to be working on at the NEC. And let me try and show you. Okay, you can have a little look around it. It's about maybe a metre, just over a metre square, and it's on a very heavy wool. It's based on this particular drawing that I did maybe beginning of last year, definitely before I went to Morocco. So I got distracted in Morocco last January, and colour entered my work. So the monochromatic feel that this piece has kind of got put to one side. But I am going to use this piece, which has come from a drawing that I did whilst we were travelling through Switzerland, through the mountains. And I was drawing in the car very quickly because you have a few seconds before the view changes. But the key thing that I want to look at in this particular drawing is the different qualities of surface. So this area is much darker, more intense, much blacker, made with charcoal and oil, whereas this area is slightly more silvery from the graphite, and then here slightly muted, chalkier. It's kind of blurred in, and it's a very different type of light and white to other areas on the page. And I want to get the directional feel of the lines that I've drawn and the marks that I've made into the stitches that I create on the larger piece of stitch work. I'm also going to select different threads to give me these types of feels and these types of textures and surface qualities as well. And as the days progress, I'm going to show you the different threads that I have and how I might use them. I'm going to demo some of my sewing techniques just as I would have been doing at the NEC, and I'm going to talk you through different sketchbooks, different periods of time. I'm going to go all the way back even maybe to my MA work. I've got some lovely plan chests over in the corner here, and I've still got some work in there from when I was on foundation course, when I was kind of 17, 18, and I'm going to talk you through some of that as well, because some of it is still relevant. You know, I've kept it because it still feels, well, I'm very connected with it. It was a very influential part of my creative journey, and so I'm going to hang on to it, and I still look at it every now and again to inspire me, to remind me where I was, what I've come from. And also every now and again I go back to my MA work and I reuse it, you know, I reuse aspects of it. So I'll be revisiting some of that along with you. What I have wanted to do is to try and keep life as normal as possible, and engage with people in the same way that I would have done if I was at the NEC, if I was running workshops face to face. And you can find my online workshops. There are four online workshops that are available for you to book onto. Two of them, developing sketchbooks and silkscreen printing, are both online workshops. They are both now unlimited access, so I've reduced the price of them dramatically, and I've made them unlimited access, and you can start them at any time. So you can start them now. You'll still be watching that information next year if you want to. And then the other two, Drawing for Textiles and Embroidery Online, they both start on the 6th of April, and I have extended the access time to those to 2 to 3 months, so that you've got much more time to complete those, but you will get a lot of ongoing support and direction from me. In the embroidery workshop, I'm going to be doing regular live videos to supplement the information in the embroidery class as well. I've set up a group called Explore Textiles, which is which is a Facebook group that any textiler, creative person can join, so that we can support and encourage one another along. We can share what we're doing and generally keep our spirits up, but keep lives as normal as possible. If you've followed me for quite a while, you'll know that I did launch a lot of online workshops, and then realised actually I was missing all the face-to-face huggy-feely bit about workshops and meeting students, and so I was really looking for more interaction with people. And now that we can't do the face-to-face stuff quite so easily, then I'm going to find a way to make the various online platforms do that instead. Sue is just saying that she's really enjoying the developing sketchbooks at the moment. That's great, thank you. So I'm looking to create platforms or methods so that I can do small live real-time workshops with people, with small groups of people, and also talks. There'll be quite a lot of embroiderers groups who had talks planned, and they now no longer can do those. They can't have the meetings, and so they're missing out a lot on the contact, and there is a worry that these groups will disperse and collapse because they haven't got their regular contact. I'd like to find a way to keep that going and be able to offer talks to groups, but also small mentoring sessions to smaller groups of people. So maybe you're part of a small local quilt group or creative group, and you want to get in touch, and we can have a smaller group meeting online where I can see you and you can see me. This live format on Facebook and on Instagram is brilliant, but it's quite a one-way street. I'm reading your lovely comments on the screen, but it is a little bit of a one-way street, and I would really like to encourage you to ask me questions and engage in lots of different ways. And so I want to know what you would like me to talk about over the coming days, weeks. I'm going to be on Facebook at about 1 o'clock every day, maybe not on a Sunday. I quite like having a day off, you know. But about 1 o'clock I will natter away. Maybe you can watch me while you're having your lunch, and I would like to respond to what you are interested in. So it might be that you want to know a bit more about machine embroidery, or just watch me work. You might want to know a bit more about the threads that I use. I'm going to show you for sure some of my sketchbooks and talk you through them. I'm hoping to talk you through some of the work that you see in the background. So these pieces in the background are part of my 50 at 50 collection. But there's a Devore piece sitting at the side of me that I'll talk you through, things like that. I just want to keep life as normal as possible, and I actually want to give myself and also offer you some structure to the day. What I found is that being at home all the time is, you know, there's nobody pushing you to get out the door for a certain time. So I want to develop structure in my day, in your day, and respond to your queries and your help support your creativity as best I can as the days progress. So let me know what you would be interested in hearing about. You can message me on Facebook, you can get in touch with me on Instagram. They'd be the best options. You can email me if you like. You can find my website at dionswift.com, and you can subscribe to my newsletters there. I'm probably going to send out a weekly newsletter at the moment rather than monthly. So you can subscribe to my newsletters. There are sometimes offers on the newsletters that you would benefit from, so it's a good thing to do. But please also look out for the Explore Textiles Facebook group, where like-minded people are going to collect together, and I will be offering you some of my thoughts. I'm going to try and post extra videos in there so that you've got lots to watch and engage with. I'm also going to be finding ways that we can do group conversations and live workshops where I can see what you're doing and you can see what I'm doing. So it's a proper workshop, but through a screen. So please get in touch. Please tell me what you're interested in hearing about. Don't make this a one-way street. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock we will take a little gander around some more aspects in my studio. So, and maybe tomorrow I'll do some more. I'll get some done. I will have done some more progress on this piece of work, and you can see where I've got to. It's a really good way to help me stay motivated as well to do more sewing, because I know that I have to show you that I've done something. So it puts a check on me to push myself a little bit more and not be lazy. Although I have got a few bits of clothing that I want to make, so I might get a bit distracted with those. But please be here for 1 o'clock-ish. I'm not very good on timing, but 1 o'clock-ish tomorrow. I'm going to be on Instagram live stories at 12:30-ish. Okay. If you are part of the Explore Textiles group, which you can join on Facebook, then I shall try and post all of this video and share it there. So if you've missed anything, then you will catch it there as well. But please join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock and take a look at my website, see how that can help you out, see if there's any workshops that will suit you. So, thank you for watching, and here's to tomorrow, and staying inspired and staying creative. And just by posting this, I now know that I have to sow a little bit more so that you see my progress tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.